lovelies, it's Serena Sims and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into another Sims 4 speed build, so grab a snack, get comfy, and let's turn some pixels into something gorgeous. Alright, let's jump right into it. Today we will be building a gym for my unofficial Building Newcrest series. At this point we could probably drop the unofficial part now just because we have done quite a few lots at this point and I still have some ideas for the rest, so I think we're good there. This build came in at around 121,000 simoleons, and we are building on the 40 by 30 Midtown Meadows lot in Newcrest, of course. I named this gym Midtown Fitness, and it's already on the gallery under my EAID, which is SirenaSimsYT, and that information will be down in the description box below. So this build was inspired a little bit by the Movers and Shakers gym in Willow Creek. So if there are some similarities, then that's why. This is my first time building a community lot for real, so I had no idea where to begin. So I had to get some inspo, and I didn't use too many packs in this build, so that should be good as well. At this point, the shell has pretty much come together, and my thought is that this is an old coffee warehouse that had been converted into a gym. I'm thinking that the coffee warehouse caught fire some time ago, but the owners rebuilt it elsewhere, so this building was sitting vacant for a long time. And then the residents of Newcrest came together and voted to turn this into a gym for the entire community to enjoy, and they did this through the neighborhood action plan function that came with Eco Lifestyle. So that's the background that I had in my head. I like to make up little backstories. And so that's the one that I came up with for this one. So now the inside's pretty much laid out. Right here, we're putting lights down on the bottom floor, where the front half of the bottom floor is just going to be open, where the majority of the weight equipment is going to be. And then back in the back, there's going to be bathrooms on the right, no, on the left-hand side, and then saunas on the left. No, saunas on the right, bathrooms on the left, I believe. And then upstairs, there's going to be a yoga studio as well as a spin class area. So here we are filling in our bathroom area. We have 4 stalls, I believe, equipped with shower, toilet, and sink, obviously. And all these items come from the fitness stuff pack. The mirrors from Spa Day. Some of the doors are from Spa Day. Um, those are the big packs that I use. Spa Day, fitness stuff pack, adventure weights, and I think the other little packs I used were just like minor items, 1 or 2 items here and there. But yeah, so there's that. I thought about putting a fish tank in here just for like that relaxing vibe, but I decided not to. So now we're just placing some bamboos. This is going to be like a little waiting area. There's some benches in there. And then in this bigger area, those are where all of the lockers are held. So now we did jump upstairs. This little room here is going to be the yoga studio. And I thought, well, it's kind of closed off here. So now I'm putting some windows on the other side just to kind of open the space up a little bit. Where I'm using those logos from the spa day as like the logo for the gym. So those are going to be everywhere. Putting a little bit of seating up here, like some decor. And then I'm also going to put a little bar, with the idea that the Sims can come and get some wellness shots or cucumber water or anything like that after their workouts or after their yoga sessions. I'm also placing a couple of TVs just for some little added entertainment, as well as some of those like little they're fridges, but you can get like my idea is like they have protein shakes, meal plans, or not meal plans, or like meal preps, stuff like that, stuff that you can usually buy from like a fitness center, like a wellness shop or something like that. So here I am putting the yoga mats into the yoga studio. I was going to leave them like all different, with the idea that, Sims bringing their own yoga mats, but I kind of wanted it to be cohesive. So I switched all the swatches so they could kind of go together, with the idea that the gym provides these for the clients. So now I'm using those new spin bikes or stationary bikes, whatever you want to call them, from the Adventure Awaits pack. So we're also going to have spin classes in here, which I have played with those gameplay features from that pack a little bit, and it's pretty fun. I'm excited to be able to do new things in the game. So yeah, I went ahead and I picked the wallpaper and flooring, which both come from Spade, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'm going ahead and drawing or mapping out the flooring for the bottom floor as well. I will say that I built the shell ahead of time because I really didn't plan on recording this. I was going to put this in my personal save file, but I'm like, oh, why not, build it in Newcrest and film the video for the channel. So if it kind of looks like I'm counting squares or I'm mapping stuff out, like I already had like the floor plan in my head ideally. I just hadn't placed any equipment before I decided to bulldoze everything and rebuild it while recording. So anywho, now here I am just adjusting some windows so that I can put some treadmills down here. Also, I have them placed in front of a TV, as well as getting the weight machines in here. I don't really go to the gym consistently, but there are TVs all throughout the gym that I go to sometimes. So I just decided to put some sporadically in here. Also putting some punching bags. I also used those like the free weight stands from, I want to say that's from Adventure Weights as well. I think the one from Love Struck is a little bit smaller, or that could be the one from Love Struck. I'm drawing a blank, but those are there. They're not functional, but they're there in the corner with the idea that the Sims can use those weights in front of the mirror. I also never use this rock climbing station, so I decided to drop that in here just for some added activities. Now we're going back up into the yoga studio. I'm just going to place some clutter on these tables that I placed throughout, as well as like a rack in here for you where you can hang your towels, or I don't know, towels or a robe or something like that, as well as this little art print. And then I'm going ahead and placing a radio in the spin class area. I placed one in the yoga studio as well, and then I also placed one downstairs. I forgot about a back door, so I went ahead and added that because we are going to have a basketball court out back. So I'm going ahead and put in some signage outside. I kind of jumped around. So this is going to be the landscaping portion. The landscaping is going to be pretty minimal just because the lot, I wanted to fill mostly with pavers or concrete. And since we're outside, let me go ahead and tell you guys, I do not like the way the outside of this build turned out. I feel like it's missing something, and you saw me place those ivies and then I deleted them. I kind of wished I would have placed some ivy or some other things outside. I just feel like the outside looks a little flat, but that's kind of the point of me having this channel, is just to get better building some things that I'm uncomfortable with in different styles. So this is one of them. So um, it's not the worst thing I've created, but I feel like I could have done more. But anywho, enough of that. So here I am. Now we placed some signage. Now I'm going to draw a faux parking lot. I'm not going to place any of the cars from Debug just because I hate how they look. And I did use some CC cars that I have in my game just for spacing purposes. And I almost left them in here, but I did not want to make this a CC build. So I just used them for spacing and then I took them out. But you can replace with cars of your choosing, whether they be from the ones from Debug or any custom content cards that you have, or you could just leave them blank because it looks like a parking lot, so you'll be able to tell what it is. But that's what my idea or intention for this spot was for it to be a parking lot. So this video is pretty quick. Everything's pretty much done. Now the only thing we're gonna do, like I said, is put in that basketball court. I did put some benches out back, and then we're also going to place some windows around back of the building because I realized there were no windows back here. And that's pretty much it for this build. So now we can go ahead and spawn into the game and take a real-time tour of the finished product. Okay, lovelies, so here we are spawning to the game to take a tour of our completed gym. So I don't think I showed this in the speed build, but after the fact, I realized that I forgot to put outside lighting. So I did go through and I put this lighting out here just so that when it's night, you can really see. So yeah, there's that. Let's go back up here. So let's just take a tour around the outside. I believe I said in the beginning that this was like an abandoned coffee shop that kind of burned down. So I kind of have this this little sign out here. Looks like a coffee cup to me. So yeah, go around here to our basketball court. I really really like how this gym came out, outside of the fact that I feel like the front facade or the building itself looks a little flat, like it could be missing some details, but that's neither here nor there. So going inside, you make your way inside the gym. You have all your workout equipment here. Like I said, we have these free weights that are non-functional, unfortunately, but they're there for the aesthetics. We have treadmills, boxing area over here. We have our rock climbing area, and you can go out this door, also to the side door where our parking lot is. You come through this area. You can also get out back to the gym, but then these are also where the showers are, as well as the saunas. In retrospect, I probably could have cut out this area and put a couple more bathrooms, but you know, whatever. I feel like it's good enough. Okay, so that's that. Like I said, going upstairs, we have our spin class area, as well as a little bar area where I'm figuring our patrons can go and grab some cucumber water or protein shots, protein shakes, wellness shots, what have you, after their workouts. And then as well, in here there is the yoga studio with some options as well on this table, towels, the drink maker. I don't know what this thing is called. What is it called? Lux drink tray. So we have that. All right, so this was a pretty easy build. So let's leave off on an overhead shot, and then I'll be back to close out the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like this build and you would like to place it in your game, it will be available on my gallery under my EA ID, which is SirenaSimsYT. This information, as well as other information about the build, can be found in the description box below. If you enjoyed this build, don't forget to give this video a like and hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new one. Drop your ideas or any challenges in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Until next time, friends, toodles!